Hello, it's game time. How are we doing on this wonderful day of days? I've got food in front of me, just cooked right before the stream. Realized I need to sustain myself if I'm gonna stream. Coming off of a night shift, so I have got the most screwed up sleep schedule. I've had worse sleep schedules after night shifts, but I did sleep 4 hours between 10 and 2 p.m. So I am a little bit groggy, but with that said, I'm excited to actually get time to stream some more. I haven't had... I've wanted to stream for a couple days, but then it's been work. The annoying part is I think I'll only get 2 streams in, today and tomorrow. And then I've got work, like all on next week as well, which is a bit annoying. But my goal is to get through the open world segment in The Last Sovereign before I go back to work. Chattery. Where'd he go? Okay, what is this? I hate how zoomed out they are, the pictures. I want them to be more zoomed in from the start. Not that I think that helped, like, at all. Well, we can tell it's vaguely Japan-themed. Hello, Kirby! How are you doing? I'm extra energetic today, I don't know why. I'm like groggy, but energetic. I've somehow accessed chat without actually being able to hear you speak. Nice. I'm done with the bit. How are you doing, Kirby? Yeah. I'm excited for more TLS. Me too. I'm happy to be... I won't say done with the open world segment today, but tomorrow, for sure. Oh yeah, right. I scheduled this at the same time as Anime Saturday. Fuck. That's fine, that's fine. Fuck, Gnosia. We watched the end of season 1 of Gnosia. We haven't started season 2 yet. I say season, but like they had a 1-week break or whatever. I'm excited then. I'll bring it up at our tomorrow we're going to the gym, right? So I'll bring it up then. I plan to stream earlier tomorrow, so that I can head out to the gym and also get a stream in. We'll see. Floor Killer ending, which doesn't have any spoilers for you. floor killer ending. I mean, I'll figure it out. I got the game as well. So I played it a decent bit, but I said decent bit. I played 4 hours of Gnosia, so I'm not caught up at all. But the game is so fascinatingly weird. It's crazy how little, like, how weird the interactions are immediately, right out of the gate. I'm so surprised it got a game made, or it got a anime made. It doesn't feel like a game that would get an anime made. When you start it, it doesn't feel very, like, story-centric at all. I've been looking at the screen for so long while eating. I don't know what I'm looking at. Let me say, like, Neo. I'd say that's accurate, Kirby. 100%. It's very funny, though. Like, what gets me is, I expected the Among Us parts of the game to be more intertwined into the narrative. Kind of like a court scene from, like, Danganronpa or something, where the characters are real and are talking. But it's so insanely gamified. Everyone gets, like, stock dialogue, at least so far in the game. Everyone gets stock dialogue during those segments, and then it's just after each Among Us segment that they become characters again. So it kind of, the gameplay feels very divorced from the narrative. Like, the characters stop feeling like characters as soon as you get into the voting segment. Which is interesting. It's a very cool, or like, it's a very unexpected decision to structure it like that. But I guess it lets them do way more gameplay than the other ones would. So I can kind of see it. Okay, what the fuck am I looking at? This does not ring any bells at all. Isn't there like a... Yeah, I was gonna say demon sword. Oh, it's Onimusha I'm thinking of. The Elden Ring tree? Is this like Code Vein or something? This might be like Code Vein. Hey, it's Code Vein too. Crazy that I got that. I haven't played those games. I don't know why something triggered Code Vein in me. I guess that means it has a strong visual identity. The lead producer of Gnosia had an interview that was really interesting. Let me see. Or director, maybe. This is AI translated. There's a actual, like, human translation too, but yeah, this was an incredibly interesting interview to read. Was it the Polygon one I read? I wonder if this is, what was this written? Do they not date their articles? They do, right? March the 2nd. 2021? XD, somehow. Yeah, just take this. That's the game, not the anime. That makes sense. Polygon is a game-focused, like, news source, so that makes sense. But yeah, this interview was sick. Big wreck. Painted, looks like a wing of some sort, maybe. Well, we'll do Okami, even though I don't think it's correct. It's a chestnut. Or acorn, or chestnut. Set protagonist? Is this... Well, set protagonist is a fine thing to say. Like, they're saying a static protagonist, not a... because the game itself has a bunch of different characters, right? But I mean, in an anime production, you don't have to follow the same format. I think that's a valid question. It doesn't even seem like that weird of a... Like, what would you say to communicate that in English? I know it's an AI translation, but I'm thinking, what would you say to translate it? A static protagonist, you play as Yuri in the game, but I think the original interviewer hasn't played the game. I'm pretty sure from... I guess this is true. Never mind. You never actually see Yuri. I've just assumed that you will at some point. No, you just are yourself in the game. Yeah, because I did give myself a name. I'm Pip in the game. Yeah, no, you play as your own self-insert, and everything is first person when people talk to you. I didn't connect that to the fact that Yuri just doesn't exist, but that's true. So yeah, Yuri is the player character, but they designed it afterwards. That's curious, actually. I didn't even remember that. Didn't think about that. Now that you point it out. So that's why Yuri is so annoying. It's simulating what the average player would do. That makes so much sense. If you play the first two loops the same way that Yuri does, you get exactly the same story arc as he gets in the anime, which is really interesting. It's virtually identical, but you can also choose to correctly guess that... what's her name? Purple-haired girl, space... Like, very silent, space, knowledgeable... What the fuck's her name? I forget her name. Anyway, you can correctly spot that she's Agnosia. What's her name? She's so quiet that... Gina, that's it, Gina. You can spot that Gina is Agnosia in round 1 and get a completely different experience, which is cool. So, already there, I was like, oh, the game doesn't have to progress the same way that the anime does. I don't know what I'm looking at. Would this sell a game these days? My guess is on no. It might out of, like, pity, if anything. So big, only madmen, fanatics, and 15-year-olds will finish. A whole new way of playing run and jump. 5 huge worlds, 30 levels, 1 or 2 player. What the fuck is this? Is this fucking Bubsy? Am I looking at a picture of Bubsy? I thought this was a chestnut. Like, I thought this was or not chestnuts, an acorn. I thought this was an acorn. You've got the most acorn-shaped head I've ever seen. Senya from Sengoku Yoko. Didn't think I could like Rakio more. Rakio gets Omega Giga owned at the start of the first 2 rounds. It's great. Just like the anime, but even worse. It's like frame 1 he gets owned. Or they get owned. I really enjoy that part of his character. I've joked that the winning move in Gnosia is to get Rakio to survive like 2 turns, and then you win. In the game, of course. I haven't gotten there yet. I've never managed, but we'll get there eventually. Did you know the game has stats? Who the fuck? I've never seen this man in my life. I've never seen this man in my life. John Tanner from Driver. Wonderful. What stats? So the game has like 8 stats. Essentially, you get like persuasion bonuses and lying bonuses based on your stats that dictate how much they believe in you and or how likely they are to believe in you. So if each character can have like a set position and a static amount of or like a value of how strongly they believe that position. That's generally reflected in dialogue from what I've seen so far. So a character can be like, I absolutely think you're the Gnosia, and then they're probably at like 100. If you decide to exonerate them and go, no, I don't think they're Gnosia, that might lower the value by like 5. But if you had like insanely high of a stat that helps that, then they might change their mind, even though they're super set in their way. So it's sort of like a meta progression thing, where the more runs you do, the more persuasive and good at lying your character gets, which is interesting. I don't know if it's mandatory in order to win. It probably is, but it might be possible that if you play well enough, you can get like deeper into the game without increasing any stats, but I don't know. I mean, it's very opaque which stats you're supposed to invest in. Bodyguards, Lu Bu, Cao Cao. Dynasty Warriors. Let's rule out a franchise. I didn't rule out a franchise. Yeah, it's the OG one! That might be the least interesting one I've ever done. I read Lu Bu and I was like, okay, we're doing Dynasty Warriors. That guy's in every fucking Dynasty Warriors. Gnosia is such an interesting anime. I'm so surprised it got made and that it's as good as it is. Definitely feels like one of those old generation projects, if that makes sense. It doesn't have the identity of a newer project. I need to... Okay, let's fix my broken ass home screen here. I'm saving the startup things I'd actually want, even though I never use this ever. I've like never touched these in my life. But technically, I guess they're nice to have. I think I'm comfortable removing the rest. I don't need Sherix. Everything is nice to have. Wait, is this? No. Why do I have a desktop shortcut? There we go. Oh yeah, wait, actually, there was a banger. I gotta do this. Someone uploaded a wallpaper, half-pixel wallpaper I really want. I got it on my Steam Deck, I haven't gotten it on my PC. big ass 4K wallpaper. It's impossible to see anything. Okay, this is unusable. It's so hard to see your icons with this wallpaper. This is fucked up. It's a really cool idea, but like you can't see anything. I guess what you can do. Okay, we put key pass in the blue part so that it actually in the red part so it contrasts with the red. No. This is unusable. This is why I do solid color. I can't not do solid color. It's a really cool idea though, but no, unusable. Let's get into the game. I've eaten enough. And I can no longer full screen it, I forgot. I love updates that break your workflow. Okay, it's been a while. What did we do last time? We went to a bunch of places. Let's just double check that I remember every place we've been to. We went to all of these. All of these are done. We did Ustrin. We did Sylvan. We did do Yihilin. I believe we did all of Yihilin. Actually, no, we didn't do all of it. I distinctly know that we didn't do... I don't think there's anything there, but we didn't do Miners Junction. I think I forgot Miners Junction. I did everything except Miners Junction. Mine is for minor guys. True. Hat. Okay, we did it. We sorted out the last part of Yihilin. That's a lie, we didn't do slums either. Forgot these two parts. I mean, there could be a second Chosen in here. So why is the volume so low? Wait, no, that's my headphones being low, not anything else. There we go. There was a sex combat ring in here, right? Yeah, can I fight in this ring? And you can let me through, but can I fight? Oh, there were two of you in Yihilin. What fucking number are we on now? 7? We're at a lot of those. We fought a lot of Chosen. I'm happy I went back here and checked, because I forgot that this area even existed. Halfway through the previous stream? Really? Have we done that many? I guess we're on like 8 or 9 then. Yeah, they're in the tower now. There's nothing's happened in here, so I feel like at some point we should get like an event in here. Wait, what? They're not letting me in? The council said to apologize but not let you in. Why? If you're a donation, we should be able to give more to those who need it most. Okay. Intriguing. These two are together. Aren't my humans just so adorable? They're mine, and I'm theirs. I didn't expect it, but I ended up in one of those triple marriages with a nice young man. And a succubus. As much as I trust her, I wasn't comfortable at first. After all, what will my husband think when he has an always youthful partner? I've considered that potential problem, but you don't seem unhappy. What I failed to consider is that she's more interested in me than in him. This is the story of every open marriage. Every time a guy's like, hey, can we do an open marriage? Or like an open relationship? You better also consider the fact that that's not a one-way street. In fact, it's very much a unilateral thing. You're just too cute. Our husband is a kind man, and I'm glad to have his dick in the mix, but you're the one I really lust after. The fuck? When did a bar get built here? Humans may have silly ideas about some things, but they're really good at bars. We can learn from them. That's true, all the succubus bars have kinda sucked so far. It's amazing how good lust wine can be, now that we don't have to make it in secret. I wanted humans to visit, but I'll take elves. I like it here, but the perfect succubi always make me feel self-conscious. Nobody has asked about my face since a little girl last month. She was so cute, I didn't even mind. Aww. Have I been in there? I don't think I've been in there. Didn't realize they built a succubus bar. Mommy says I'm not supposed to call them pointy ears, but I like their ears. Do you think elves... Do you think wearing, like, ear extensions is the elvish equivalent of blackface? Can I tweet that? Will I get cancelled if I tweet that? That's going in my drafts. That's saved for the future. I gotta save that for the future. It's important memory stuff. You think wearing ear extensions in a fantasy world is the elvish equivalent of blackface? Question mark. After so long as a slum, everyone is dedicated to keeping our new buildings in perfect shape. Yeah, they have really made this place look nice. I do want to say you gotta work on the fucking, like, planning. This is the... What is this building for? Why would you make this? You've gotta be better than this. Like, it's not even connected to the top or bottom. This is a shack with no entrance. Which means it must be accessible from underground, I guess. Impossible as it seems, we actually have more people wanting to move into our district than we can fit. Our community is actually a sight for sore eyes now. Though our district still stands apart, it's become part of Ari Hilana's charm. I see those doors are painted on. Did you see what I was talking about? It's this one, up here. This one doesn't have no fucking door. These ones do. I don't blame these doors. It's this one that doesn't have anything. Hello again. Do you have a moment to discuss my research? Of course. I've been working on magical erosion as it applies to demons and come up with some interesting results. Why? This game is so evil. Why? You just walk in town and there's updates everywhere and this... Honestly, is there any game that has a bigger game world than this? Like, in terms of shit to talk to. I don't know if I know for a fact I've never played an RPG that has a bigger set of, like, towns to go through. I mean, there's games that have larger game worlds. Like... For example, like Dragon Quest VII has a pretty large game world, but there's not that many towns that have, like, NPCs to go check up on or talk to. Not that game ever forces you to, but I don't think I've ever played a game that has this quantity of shit to go back and talk to. And the fact that they constantly update them is, like, borders on sadistic, honestly. Like, if you're a completionist... This game might be your kryptonite. Not because it's particularly difficult, but because you are going to miss stuff. If you aren't, like, part of a community effort to map everything out perfectly. I've been working on magical erosions as it applies to demons, and come up with some interesting results. And I would have hoped that Ari Hilana was highly stable by now. Oh, it undoubtedly is, but that makes research into subtle decay patterns all the easier. I haven't discovered anything that will change the world, but I'm sharing my results with other interested mages. But recently, we ran across something a bit strange. I thought it would be safer in your care. Receive the demonic fruit. Never seen one of those before. This There should be no plants native to the demon realm, yet that is what this appears to be. I don't think there are hidden gardens there. If anything, this might be a twisted reflection of our world. That is highly plausible. Anyway, it seems to attract demons, but it felt too precious to destroy. Can you make use of it? Not certain how we might use it, but we can certainly prevent it from harming anyone. Why did I... A strange offshoot of work done on demons. This is probably key to the real ending of the game. Absolutely fucked up we found that. Yeah, this is the dog shit bar, yeah. I mean, I should talk to everyone. I just can't be bothered to, like, read every line dialogue of these characters when I've been here for 7 or 8 times. I don't mind if it's something new, but then I need confirmation that it's something new. I'm reminded of, like... Reading the same dialogue has the same vibe as waiting on like a respawn timer. I saw someone that farmed like 27,000 of a boss in OSRS, and someone counted out the respawn timer and was like, yeah, you have wasted 160 hours of your life on waiting between boss spawns. How does that make you feel? When I grow up, I want to find a human who's nice like brother and handsome like daddy. Sorry, this short-circuited my brain. Sure. My new sister has funny horns, but she's as nice as mommy. Maybe horns are nice. Human children are cute, but they say the strangest things. Lady. No. I think succubi children say the strangest things. I went in here. Well, that means we haven't, we got the 2 chosen in Yihilin. Why was there a dwarf there? Eustrin hasn't even been partnered with Yihilin for a decade. Feels a bit too daring to come here, but I wanted to see. Okay. Well, let's do Fairholm. No, not Fairholm. Let's do, Sirantia. We checked the ruins. Wait, what was that? Can you help us eradicate all traces of the fucklord's attack? Oh, yeah. We talked to everyone at the ruins, so we just need to explore the palace and the other regions in here. Goat boy? Hello? Goat boy alert? I didn't know they had those. That is sick. Sirantia went through some hard times, but thanks to outside investment, we're beginning to rebuild. My sister got me a job here. It's great. With more people in the palace, there's a lot more cleaning to do. No matter which party's in charge, there's one thing that doesn't change. Have you been cleaning these fucking light bulbs all the time? I guess so. This is horrible. The old Sirantian League reduced to a shell of its former self, representing so little of the nation. Old friend, surely you can help us one more time. You're the misogynist, right? As always, we're happy to assist the nation of Sirantia. Ah, but I'm sure you understand that some parties are more beneficial for the nation than others. If you have any proposal for the good of Sirantia, I'd be happy to hear it. Very well. We do not have the power to oppose you, but we will remember this. Brother, we gave the most diplomatic neutral answer ever. Why are you butthurt? You'd think the new Unionist Party being in charge wouldn't change my job, but they're so friendly to me. Hello, can you believe that I'm here in the palace, in the seat of leadership? Yes. Unfortunately, I knew this would happen from the very start of the Sirantia segment when we met you, because you have big booba and you have a full sprite that's unique, unlike everyone else. So it was pretty much set in stone from the very moment you popped into existence that you would be a major leader in this game. So, in the absence of the king, Out of all the chaos... That means we're gonna fuck her. It just hit me. Political leaders is one of our tabs in the harem. Nice. We're gonna do harpy sex at some point. Out of all the chaos, our efforts finally bore fruit. Our ranks have swelled so much we only needed a small coalition. A few parties hate us, but they can't deny we're the only ones who can accomplish anything. How? I don't know. She ticks like a cute part of my brain, not a sex part of my brain, if that makes sense. It hasn't like hit me at all that she's gonna be a character like that. I don't know why. I'm glad to see the new Unionist Party in charge of Serantia. We will be your loyal allies to the end. Unfortunately, we're not strong allies at the moment. The fall of the old Serantian League and other groups was not good for our nation. We never saw the profit here. How can we help? First, the mages warn that there are new magical forces beyond them. Are you aware of these? Quite aware. This matter is beyond us, so we leave it in your hands. In terms of general order, I'm afraid Serantia has taken a step backward. We know you tried to help at the end of the war, but... in more mundane affairs, one of my personal goals is to completely renovate the slums of our city. Yes, they've always been shameful, but such a task must be expensive. It is, and our coalition would struggle to find the funding for the poorest of the poor. You see, I've already been instructed to beg a greater investment of you. The restoration of all our damaged infrastructure. Makes sense to seek outside investors. I fear that we cannot call either an investment because there would be no profit for you. An improved Serantia is all the reward we need. Your altruism is astonishing, but I hope it's respectful to say I'm no longer surprised. The most important investment for Serantia's future is our infrastructure, which I will manage personally. But you can also fund the slum renovation with the man in the central chamber if you're willing. We'll take both into account as we tend to the needs of Arkland. Thank you very much. Okay, so... I'm struck between thinking about Farrowholm and this place. So we have a 3 million investment and a 2.5 million investment. And the Farrowholm one is framed as a self-centered one, whereas this one is centered or framed as an altruistic one. So I'm inclined to do Serantia first. I feel like it needs it more. So I'm very inclined to do this instead of the Farrowholm one. It would also open me up to some of the 250k investments. Hello! I do not think it is fair to treat us this way. We risked our lives to save Serantia, and did your best to tear apart the Divine Claw. Alue, they only revealed the corruption that already existed, no matter how roughly it was done. So we should go from being manipulated by one Incubus King to being controlled by another. I think not. Even if they were not working together, the Doom King and his minions are nothing if not opportunists. Are we? You stood by and let an invader corrupt the Divine Claw and Serantia itself. King Canfor died for your mistakes. I did not come to yell at you. I want for us to move forward for a better Serantia. Your benevolence comes at the end of a claw, after you showed your strength the last time. No, what you teach about strength is wrong. Neither of you remember me. I'm not surprised, as I was weak. You've shown what you think of weakness. Wait, that means if I wanted revenge, I would be justified in taking it. Traitor! You must return and pay for... Uther to Arthas at the end of the human campaign in Warcraft 3? Is that a reference that does anything for anyone? No, I will not. If the Doom King stole one of our... The Doom King accepts all refugees of violence and will protect his citizens. Thank you, Simon. Alue, Aluon, since you're still trusted by many and still lead the Claw, That is no longer true. The new Unionists have drawn the Claw into the military and reduced us to an adversary position. I hope that'll be a healthy change, but it does not change what I have come to say. I hope that you will support reformation after seeing the Claw manipulated. Weakness is built into the practices of the Divine Claw. Controlling your agents, manipulating them, not trusting them. You think that gives you strength, but it creates the very weaknesses that allowed the Claw to be controlled from the outside. I don't want to listen to a traitorous bitch, but you're right. The old Claw failed Antiala. I don't know if I've forgotten, but Antiala, she was never real, was she? She said she was like an ass. No, that wasn't it. It was Antiala was like dead, but the Antiala the Fucklord fought was like a aspect of her, like a remnant. Wasn't that the case that Kofnor controlled? It was the god was crafted by the king, right? It wasn't that he was using somehow. It was a fake god, correct? Yeah, okay. Cool. I just wanted to be sure that it wasn't like there is a dead god as well, but we don't... Okay, from what we know, fake god. Makes sense. Oh yeah, because he had a divine shard. Wasn't that it? I think he had a shard and faked it that way. Or that would be my assumption, even if I don't remember. We know that we must improve. We will take your words into account. Thank you. So long as you seek to improve Serantia, I am your devoted ally. Well said, Uye. Thank you. I am not accustomed to having my words carry such weight. I don't know if fake Antiala had a shard, I just don't see how else it was done. But on the other hand, I feel like we would have gotten the shard after we killed the Fucklord. Yeah, it could be belief bullshit, you're right. Banger emote, by the way. I've never seen that emote before. It might be one of the best. You're a better woman than me. I would have wanted my revenge on them. I do, but I care more for the future soldiers in the Divine Claw. What matters is that their lives are better than mine. With the new Unionist Party in control, I'm sure that we'll be able to make sweeping reforms. I'll be happy to have your help, Aurelicy, and all of you. Thank you. When did it even get added? What do you mean added? Or do you mean addressed? Oh, no, you mean the emote. I don't know. It might have been here from the start. And we just never type BS with just lowercase small letters like that. That could be it. I could not be here if not for everything you have given me. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. Of course. Because I don't think I've ever seen that emote, so it must have been added and we just haven't triggered it. We found a new part of the minefield. The faith of many weak Serantians was shaken. We must be the hand of Antiala in this world, swift and sharp. Statesmen of the false Antiala, it is easier not to think of them, and yet... The newer, freer Serantia will be able to take our place among the nations of Arkland. I don't like everything the new Unionists try to do, but at least they won't stop me from breeding cubs. Politics? Nah, I don't care about that. Fucking based, man. Dude, me too, dude. Anyway, have you heard about Andrew Tate? Dang, bro. Man after my own heart. The Chaos left things such a mess. We hardly have any teas imported from other nations. Oh, shut the fuck up. You are literally in the palace. Do you think that matters? Do you think he can... Why are you here? Why are you everywhere? Anything you want, we can get it ordered for you. A fine selection of local fabrics. Oh yeah, right. The fabric quest. That makes sense. I mean, do you think Andrew Tate cared about politics when he was in the Manosphere Castle? The Get Laid course that costs 50k. The less I know, the better. I've realized that I have a tenuous relationship with the curse of knowledge, where my best interests inform me that I shouldn't know things, and my worst interests tell me that I have to know things. And unfortunately, I am very good at following my worst impulses, so unfortunately I know a lot more than I should. about a lot more topics than I want to. Fucking Mesugaki throwback. A fine selection of local fabrics, but I wonder how well suited they would be for clothing. Cum Dump will help with the clothes. Cum, I feel even you must understand that wearing clothes is not among your areas of expertise. Cum Dump doesn't wear the clothes, silly. Cum Dump doesn't like clothes, but they can be very pretty on nice, sexy people. What are you wearing, then? Do not do that, it's a curse from me to you. No, it's fine. In this case, I respect it. The thing is, unironically, there's an aspect of splash damage that's necessary for me to love that, to do that. If we had, like, 30 viewers right now, I would indulge my worst impulse and force that knowledge onto you. Because of the splash damage it would do, would bring me great joy. But when it's more intimate, just you and me like this, there's less splash damage and thus less enjoyment I derive out of it. So, if I can't hurt, like, a maximum amount of people, then there's no fun in it. You could argue that, you know, there might be, like, 20 people watching the YouTube VOD at some point, but, like, that's delayed splash damage. It doesn't really have the same effect as doing it in real time. So, unfortunately, I'm not inclined to, like, transfer the curse onto you in the way that I normally do. So if you ever want to be, like, safer in chat, then definitely the fewer people here, the safer you are. It's like a proportional thing. Maybe sexy glasses can find something nice. Well, here. You can hold these up for me. Yayness! Whatever else happens, our food is still delicious. They say no cheatings. Must sell normal. What? Why is your revival potion half as expensive as in everywhere else? It's 1,000 in every other shop I've ever seen. Why is it 500 from you? Hellos, good weapons for you. Sorry, but given the instability, our book deliveries have been seriously disrupted. I don't care who's in charge, I'm just glad they got the fountain running again. Down with the People's New Action Party and the New People's Action Party. Tradition must be upheld. Trin, I assume you're behind this? What do you mean? I'm fighting for the traditions of Serantia against these upstarts. Trin, use your real mouth if it's not too busy licking yourself off. I don't think that one works, but I like what you're trying. With the new Unionist Party in charge, they're making changes, and that means extremists are looking for a cause to get behind. I tried making the People's Action Party ridiculously extreme, but they actually got more popular. Go figure. Topical. I fear that some Serantians admire extremists. That's true in any country. Anyway, the point is for the opposition to be a foil for the NUP, right? So I can't tone them down, or more extreme parties will just appear. So I've been fracturing them, creating ideological splits, personal vendettas, all kinds of drama. Chaos. See, you found a way to enjoy yourself after all. It's pretty great watching them squabble with each other while their opposition slowly eats them alive. Good work, Trin. Future Serantia might be boring, but for now this is actually loads of fun. I don't care who's in charge, I'm just glad they got the fountain up and running again. Yup. Well, I'm gonna assume that... Oh wait, this is not a default transportation. Do you want to go anywhere? I'm happy to take you. You're new, are you not? During all the chaos, many of the old workers left or were pushed out by political parties. It was quite sad for a while. But now that the new Unionist Party is in charge, they're even giving jobs like this to people like me. Glad you seem happy, but is this much of a job? It used to be that only important visitors were escorted around the city, but now we're running the wagons for everyone. So I may be a bit busy sometimes, but I'll always try to make time to take you where you need to go. Neat. Slums. Life isn't so bad there anymore, but I hope we can improve it. She's finally found a good outlet for her destructive tendencies, disrupting far-right parties. Yup. God, I mean, maybe I should have said that I love her. Maybe I should have changed my answer. God damn it. There are rumors about repairing the streets, but I don't know if the new Unionist Party can handle something that big. It's a porn game, they can handle any size. Hello. Most halflings are strongly supportive of the new unionist party. Forgot that they had halfling slaves. Want items? Items have. New unionists may give us freedoms, but we're starving here. I so expected to see Shosen here. They say there's supposed to be a non-aggression policy everywhere now. Am I out of a job? Well, we need someone to enforce it. Welcome, we're getting more foreigner visitors these days. Weird group is back again. I wish more foreigners would become Cyrantian citizens instead of just wandering through and gawking. You don't want us to be citizens. I'm sorry to say. Like, I think we would tank your GDP with all the wars and shit that we are going to take part in. National Action Party. Oh yeah, right. So this is where the People's Party was before. They've switched places, so they've just changed the decor to blue instead. It's humiliating that our headquarters must be open to the public. Owned. Daddy says that bad things are happening to Cyrantia, but it doesn't seem so bad. Does the new Unionist Party need maids to serve them tea, I wonder? Yup. Many are abandoning the NAP. This place is getting less fun. I hate people who, like, think fun is an integral part of politics. Mark my words, abandoning Cyrantia's traditions will be the end of us. At least if you're, like, doing politics. But if you're... hard discussion to have. Fun is such a weird topic in general. Oh, you. You were the girl I helped on our first visit to Cyrantia. Pip, I have bad news. You're going to Anime Week or Anime Day. Yeah, that's fine. I'll be alone here, all by my lonesome. That's fine. Have fun. Most destructive have fun I've ever seen. Man, I can't believe I've regressed from like a 40, 30 viewer Andy to a stream to myself in my bedroom on a Saturday night streamer. This is fucked up. Now I'm just talking to myself, bro. That's fine. I've, what's it called? Not yet. Well, in like X amount of minutes. But that's fine. I can justify it by saying I'll upload it to the VOD later, right? Imagine you, I would not abandon you immediately after it. No, but you would abandon me. What's it called? Imagine you leave and I just, like, stop talking. Like, the VOD is completely silent. Fucking, like, yo, I'm gone, see ya. I mean... It would be very funny. I am a very ruthless viewer. I would do that. So I don't hold it against anyone. I'm a very ruthless viewer. But I'm just imagining the bit of me, like, becoming a 10 times better content creator when I don't have any viewers. I just start to, like, Northern Lining hard as fuck. I go into, like, the weirdest tangents. Alternatively, I just stop saying anything. And I just sit there in silence, just progressing the text. I don't even narrate. That would also be a banger arc for me, I gotta say. But that... I just start talking about unhinged anecdotes. I had a dream today, which I don't know why. Whenever I come off night shifts, I guess it's because you don't get proper REM sleep, but my dreams are always way more deranged. So I dreamt that, like, before I went to bed, I watched Joseph Anderson play Metaphor. So he, for some reason, featured in my dream. I was visiting a friend's apartment, and in Canada, I don't know why. Might be because, again, Northern Line and fucking Joseph Anderson are both Canadian, so it's been on my mind. But in Canada, friend lives in Canada for some reason, even though he's Swedish, and I'm staying over for like a sleepover, visiting for like a business trip or something. So I have like my whole gear. Like I have my, you know, change of clothes and all that. But I wake up in the morning and there's slugs everywhere on the wall and ceiling. And they're like small, but there's snails and slugs everywhere. This guy is completely not disturbed at all. And he just goes, "Oh, my bad. I turned off the dehumidifier during the night." And we walk to the bathroom, and he checks the bathtub, and the bathtub is like overflowing with slugs. And he's like, "Yeah, this happens sometimes. Like you just gotta dehumidify it properly, and then they all disappear again, right?" And so I'm listening to this shit, and in my brain, in the dream, I go, "This shit is cooked." So I just like tell my friend, "Nah, I'm sorry. I'm leaving. I'm leaving right now. I can't do this." So I sleep outdoors for the second night in the dream, and what happens is I wake up on the side of the road. I've lost my sleeping bag. I'm now sleeping in like a drainage like vent by the side of the curb with cars going by. Some guy like shakes me awake. It's like, "Why the fuck are you sleeping out here? It's cold as fuck." And like my sleeping arrangements are gone. And while I'm talking to this guy, I'm like sitting up. A slug like taps me on the back and it's like, "Yo, bro, I saw what you did. Like, my homies told me you were racist against slugs." And I was like, at this point, I was so out of it. I think I was starting to wake up, so I just go like, "Nah, man," and then I like astral project out of the dream. Like I just sat up, and I don't know why I like, fucking slug bedroom into go sleep out by the curb into slug taps me on the back. And I wake up to me going like, "Nah, bro," to a slug. I also remember at some point on the trip to my friend here, I go through the graveyard, and I should have realized this would be a slug-based dream, because there was like I don't know, it might be a snail-based dream more like, because there was like a helix shell shaped tombstone when I walked past, and like in my dream I remark on it. So how much acid did you drop before this? None. This is what happens when I end my night shifts, Prison. Sorry for not talking, by the way, when you joined. I just had to finish my thought. When I end my night shifts, I get these like 4-hour sleep sessions, right? They're not that long. So I don't enter like REM sleep properly. And dude, my dreams are so unhinged when that happens. Why the fuck? Dude, you missed the first part. It's like you wake up and they're just completely undisturbed that there's slugs all over their ceiling and walls and shit. Dude, that's a culture difference. I couldn't handle that. Mauritania ain't it for me. Like werewolves, I'm fine with, but the fucking weird ass poison slugs that go around the bottom outside, nah, bro, I can't do that. The swamp is fucked up. The ghouls are fine. The snails, nah, we can't deal with those. The ghouls, they're I think like half of them are mind controlled, the other ones are dead. Like, who gives a fuck? It's fine. Oh. Dude, you're gonna make me uninstall this fucking extension? Can't you block certain channels on it? I'm pretty sure you can make it so that emotes don't appear from certain channels on your end. I'm pretty sure that's a setting. You can just blacklist me. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to block your channel now for the AI front-end developer ad. What the fuck do you mean AI front-end developer? That sounds... Anytime you accept user data ever, you don't want AI. Like, front-end inherently accepts user input. Or not inherently, but like in 99% of cases of modern front-end, you're going to take user input. AI is not gonna sanitize that shit at all. Like, you're fucked if you use AI to do front-end shit. Like, that shit is going to have the most insane security weaknesses ever. Especially if you do like an AI chatbot on top. If you code that shit in AI and then have an AI chatbot, you're cooked. Like, I'm sorry. Everything is online. Good luck. It's funny you joined right now. Kirby just left because Psych does Anime Saturday. So I was just memeing that for the first time in like years, this is gonna be the first like empty stream I do. Like, I went from a 20 viewer Andy to completely empty stream. So I'm on my Northern Lion era. I've decided this is me recording for a YouTube VOD now until someone pops up in chat. And I just think it's really funny that you popped up the instant that was gonna start for like the next 20, 30 minutes. It's not empty? Oh, hello, Gamilas. Never mind. I take it back. I thought it was. Okay, then I can just put you as the scapegoat. I can just say I'm talking to you at all times with each unhinged bit. We are in your walls. I have heard rats recently, or not rats. I've heard like digging noises. No, not like that, you idiot. What? Fuck, do you mean not like that? Do you mean like my skin walls? Like, are you inside me? Is it like you art thou, I art me? That's not how that one goes. Like, what are you dealing with here? What the fuck are you talking about? You might be the first person to call me an idiot on the stream. I can't think. That's fair. I legit think you might be the first person in ages to call me an idiot. I wish you could do like a log lookup in Twitch chat and see like every single stream you've ever done and just Control F on words. I don't think idiot shows up that often. How do you fool them all? I have a lot of practice hanging out with you primarily. That helps translate to a better stream experience in general. They think I'm incredibly intelligent. Intelligence. They think I'm incredibly intelligent. Dude, Prison. Insane work session yesterday. I was talking Fate with a coworker, and it started with us watching the newest episode of Fate Strange Fake, which I watched with the boys before, so just like catching them up on it. And then unfortunately, we were gonna watch that. I watch it every week with Dady and the boys. I think I've already told you that. That's why I haven't like watched it with you, because I said I was watching it with like the I didn't know it was out yet. We've talked about it. We talked about it last time you were here. It was out then as well. Like when you were here when we watched One Piece, I brought up Strange Fake as one of the things to watch. But I'm down to watch it as well, like with you. I don't mind at all. It's really, really fun. So it's an easy rewatch for me. But anyway, we jumped. I don't know how. We were on this screen. I've been so excited for it. It's so good. I love it. So I'm happy to hear that. We should definitely watch that. But imagine we're watching Strange Fake, and then we go to this screen. I don't remember how we got there. We talked Unlimited Blade Works, and after that, I jumped to the third season of Prisma Ilia. I've never seen anything about this show. And I jumped to like episode 9 of season 3, and we just watched from here to like the end of it. We skipped like a little bit, but it's so funny, dude. It's so bad, but it's so funny. And then we found out that they have like a bunch of movies as well. Well, this is season 3. This is season 3, not season 1. So we skipped season 1 and 2 and jumped to season 3, episode 9. So like the very end of it, and then we did the movies. So we jumped to like the end of some of the movies. Like it's just so funny to do that. I think this was the one. Yeah. They have like Girl Gilgamesh. I don't know. Oh, it's so good. Fate Carnival owns though. I should watch Fate Carnival. I will say, fucking, what's it called? It's the Grand Order movies have insane production value. I did the same thing for this movie here. Let's watch Carnival. Not Carnival. I'm down. What I was gonna say is, this movie here has the coldest Artoria ever. Like, fucking... It's so great. I'm gonna get copyright struck for this, but fuck it. I'm on my tangent era. Yeah, so... Grand Order is great. Grand Order is great. I love Gemelos. You were like, this isn't empty. I'm still here. Gemelos, you're gonna be sidetracked for a little bit. I'm tangenting. It's great, because Grand Order is like distorted worlds. In the game, the mobile game, you go and like, a myth has gone wrong. And in this one, Artoria never got Excalibur back from what's his name? Beliver. So she doesn't have Excalibur, and she can't die to what's it called? Glaze the Knights of the Round Table, and honestly, the UK in general. Like, I'm convinced that all of Fate only exists to fucking give cred to the UK. Like, they glaze Artoria so insanely hard. Dude, her myth is so whatever compared to every other myth they have. They have Gilgamesh, they have fucking old Egyptian pharaohs and shit. Nah, bro. Artoria is where it's at. Like, why is she like this? Why does she get all the good, dude? I really love doing this, of just jumping to the end of movies and the end of series with no context whatsoever. It's such a good way to do it. You get no context at all. You just go there for the like aura moments and hype. It's just a better way of browsing YouTube, because you don't get the like cut moments where they fuck up all the action scenes. You just jump until you see like Sakuga, and then you get the action scene, and you're like, good, that's what I came here for. Nice, we've done it. We win. Oh, but she doesn't have Saberface. That's what really kills me, is why the fuck does she not have Saberface? That hurt me to listen to. Don't worry about it, dude. We do the. I don't do this often, but sometimes we gotta do it. We gotta do it. Well, I don't do it for like non-anime movies. Obviously, they don't have Sakuga. They suck ass. Without Sakuga, what's the point? Everything to make you more and more tilted. No, I'm gonna watch some of the less popular Fates, I think, just on my own time. I'm a big Fate fan. They're so dumb, all of them. I can't get over the there was one scene in Prisma Ilia where there was Emiya, there was Chloe, who's channeling Archer, who is Emiya, and then there was Archer, who is Emiya, and then there was future Archer, which is also Emiya. So there were 4 Emiyas on screen at the same time, and I was like, I'm done. I've cooked too hard. we can't do more Fate. It's over. You can't have 4 of the same character on the screen. Oh, yeah, good luck eating, dude. Fucking all of Fate exists to glaze Artoria and the UK. The fact that Mars, her name is Marsh. Isn't Mar? Wait, what's there's an R in there, right? Isn't it Mars? Yeah, it's Mars. Mash. It's Mash, not Mars. I don't know why I say Mars, but it's Mash. You're right. Mash Curiolite. The fact that her like noble phantasm is Camelot is so funny to me. It's a real like everything has to glaze the UK at all times. Like, we must maintain the agenda type deal. It's so good. Mash should be OP, she can use piety. Mash should be OP, yes. Why is it Camelot? Dude, it's always fucking the UK. Fuck, I hate the UK. All my homies hate the UK. The UK doesn't deserve to get media that glazes it this hard. That's all I'm saying, okay? It's really funny too, because we got the Irish myth guys in Fate as well, and they always get clowned on. Like Lancer, Klein, loses like first every Fate. Gets told to kill himself in one of them. And meanwhile, Artoria sitting there like, yeah, I'm the darling, baby. They would never hurt me, dude. Man, the showrunners are so nice to me. Anyway, let's get back into it. Adds up to me, true. I just didn't think that Fate was really following real life lore like that. I thought that, well, if they followed real life lore like that, they wouldn't glaze. But maybe they would. I mean, the UK did like take over the world. They're kind of like Pinky and the Brain coded. They did take over the world at one point, so maybe they deserve to get glazed. If you look at the old UK, it just gives me a bad taste in my mouth to say that. Yeah, good luck, good luck. And so we return to your regular scheduled programming of The Last Sovereign. Also, again, Milas, we found the Chosen in the sex fighting ring in Yihilin. So we found 8 or 9 now. I don't remember exact number, but I think 8 or 9 are what we're at. I'm surprised to see you here with the National Action Party. We may be on the decline, but that just means they're open to new leadership. Will help make a better Serantia. But maybe no more trying to manipulate visiting ambassadors. That would be wise. It's really embarrassing thinking about how we met. Oh yeah, she was gonna be like our sex kitten, and then we were like, no, we don't need a sex kitten. We have like 7 of them. Discord kittens are not in short supply. It's not used so much anymore, but I think it's still a nice place to relax. Oh, I thought that this place was like empty because they took the throne place, but I guess not. Hope Serantia never attack again. These people are the new leaders of Serantia, but their building is so small. We've had some awful chaotic years, but now the new unionists are actually in a position to change things. Mommy is talking so much serious stuff these days. Yeah. Wait, does that imply that Harpy Girl is a mum? Aced. Love to see it. I should write down that investment as well. God. I'm inclined to do that one first. What I'm really inclined to do is to visit Farrowholm before I do the Farrowholm investment, and then after, and the same for the Serantia one, and see if I get another Chosen by doing it. That would dictate which one I pick, if I get a Chosen right now or not. So I'm gonna visit Farrowholm and then do the investment and see if I get another Chosen walking around. Serantia... 2.5 mil. Come and go if you must. I think they're right. Farrowholm will disappear unless something big breaks the spiral. Ooh, but that's not good. I gotta see if they say there's a timer to this. We'll see if I just still do Farrowholm. I hate having to visit this shithole. Yeah, good stuff. Did I lie about the healing potions earlier? This guy's also selling them for... Or the revive potions. This guy's also selling them for 500. We desperately need more aid. At least the church didn't diverge, so we're getting support from multiple places. Doesn't matter what the church says. You're not welcome here. Get out. I mean, if it's between Farrowholm dying and Serantia, like, becoming more stable, I would prefer to prevent Farrowholm from dying. I guess is the main gist of it. Some of the troops have left, and I can't say that I blame them. But me, I'm Farrowholm born. I'm staying. Perhaps I should pretend my clothes shrank after washing them. I can't stop you from coming here, but I ask that you don't. Yeah, okay, this is turbo depressing. I feel an immense sense of peace and tranquility from the Crystal Vivala, right? Simon, we would prefer if you did not linger here. Okay, yeah, so I get the vibe that... Like, I want to fix Serantia. I think it's probably the optimal investment in terms of things I care about getting better, but I think if I don't fix Farrowholm now, they die. I guess is my main complaint. Why is there slime in camp? What the fuck? Huh? Well, at least the slime problem is under control this year. Fuck you. What do you mean under control? There was a slime right there. Huh? Are you okay just walking outside with all these slimes going everywhere? We had some serious slime issues, but fortunately they're dealt with now. What are you talking about? Come back here! Slime, fight me! We still have many merchants who want to use our private grounds. I've spoken to some succubi about what slavery means to them, and now I'm really confused. I guess it's not a problem if people aren't dying, I guess? I fucking knew it. That's 9 or 10? I thought that surely there would be widespread clothing-related commerce here, but it appears to be off-season. You'd like some help? I could find some local merchants for you. Miguel, I had not contacted you because I knew you did not share my clothing fetish. My view of clothing may be fairly functional, but come on, Iris. I don't care about it, but I care about you, so I'd like to support you in this. Miguel. Now, would you like to form an efficient tour of local clothing manufacturers to improve your own capacity? I would like that very much. They're so sweet together. Princess Tina has kept the nobles from meddling in guild fees. I'm willing to give her a chance. We have all the pillars sold now. I'm unclear why we don't use Farrowholm as a waypoint. Like, I mean, seeing the areas, I'm so inclined to just invest in Farrowholm over. Another one here. Okay, I'm so inclined to invest in Farrowholm first. But I can't help but feel that the gains we'll see from Serantia is way bigger. Way larger, way more girthy, you might say. Is it just me, or are the phallic mushrooms looking particularly phallic these days? Selling equipment for bounty hunters isn't panning out. I need to leave and cut my losses. You should have left, like, a year, 2 years ago. Have enemies respawned here? Fuck it, I'll chop down all the trees myself. Mood. This game is so sadistic, with just the amount of shit everywhere. I wish I had like a fast travel option, so like it didn't feel like walking down here, knowing that I can't just click like a return thing. It was like a time investment. It's a phallic mushroom I can't grab. But I'm inclined to think that nothing has changed here. If there's no enemies in this one, then there's no reason there would be any enemies in any of the forests. But there could also just be a chosen walking around. Let's see, there's... Eastern Clearing was there. Oh my god, it doesn't take me back. Oh. Whatever. It's the bandit camp, that's the last one. Is there any reason I would want to visit the bandit camp? I don't think so. Can I can't even get in anymore, right? Yeah. So this is empty. There ain't nothing here. Yeah, the watchtowers, and then I forget what's that. But yeah, here's... we do something with this place? It's been so long since we were here. Could definitely see a Chosen walking around in here. Just vibing. Abandoned, but perhaps one day they'd be welcome in Ardaheim again. Okay. I'm gonna assume no Chosen. If I clear an area, like, fully, and I say there's no Chosen, and there is, then feel free to point it out. Or I say fully, but like I walk in and do that type of exploration. So what I want to do is I want to invest in Farrowholm and see how the place changes, and see if there's a new Chosen in there. And if there's no new Chosen, I'm probably gonna do Serantia instead. The hard part is if it's gonna decay harder, so that they just fucking die. Oh. Fuck. It's not instant. We're trying to repair Farrowholm, but it's harder because we don't have any of our orc workers. Why not? Why? Because the Impaler died, I guess? Okay, nothing changed here. I'm gonna assume that it's either not instant... so rough. I really want to do Serantia then. But... the thing is, to be completely, like, cruel, but correct about it, I don't really lose much if I lose Farrowholm. And let's go and see if there's a clothing shop here, right? Pretty sure there's a clothing shop in the merchant district. There's a armor shop at least, but maybe that counts. No, she's not standing out here. Where would she be? She wouldn't be in the naval one, right? No. She could be in the one selling stuff in here. Nope. Okay. Then I'm gonna assume she's not in Ardford. This doesn't sell anything, really. Like, there could be a merchant in here, but how would she know about that? She wouldn't. Or, I mean, maybe she has perfect photographic memory, because we have been in there X number of times, but I don't have perfect memory, so I'm gonna pretend that my characters don't either. I'll feel, like, emasculated if my characters have better memory than I do. Clothing. Before I forget. There is a clothing store up here. Is it this one? Oh, that's the magic store. Oh no, it's to the right here. It's this one. Human clothing is fascinating, but almost confusingly diverse. You like assistance in your sartorial endeavors? Workent, I didn't expect assistance from you, yet I feel that you must have something to offer if you spoke up. I gained awareness in the Steinford region, and maintain knowledge of its commerce in a variety of ways. Not going to teach me orc sewing techniques? Perhaps only as a cautionary tale. I don't know, I always thought that collar of yours was rather nice. Right. Neat. Do we... yeah, we did finish the Duke thing. I think we picked everything financially to fuck him over. Clothing. There's succubus clothing in here, but I feel like that would be a little silly for her to care about. Yeah, like, you've got... if there's anything you've got figured out, it's succubus clothing. Where's the clothing store in here? It's in... square, right? Magic shop, yeah. It would be here if it was anything. Maybe I've already talked to it. Could be merchant quarter, but I don't think so, right? Yeah, there's no clothing store here. Wait, that means I need to go back to Ben Miel. Because they have a clothing store. That's the bar, not the clothing store. Where the fuck? The store's down here? Yay! The local sewing techniques appear quite effective, but they're so far from succubus clothing. Oh, I'd be happy to help you with those. Would you? I wasn't sure if Geldari's techniques would be too different. We may have different fashions and customs, but much of our technology is shared, including clothing. I may not have all of the required skills, but I did design this outfit, you know? And a lovely design it is. That was basically what I was gonna say. Displaying the body seems contrary to elven customs, yet the folds... Yes, I didn't realize the elven habits I was keeping until I'd spent more time in succubus lands. Guys, I think forgot her name. Why does she have the hardest to remember name? It's not even that hard to remember. It's Lenine. Lenine is hot, was what I was gonna say. You can tell how much that matters to my, like, how memorable a character is to me. By how incredibly well I remembered her. Ryokan, clothing. I want to say no. Kyungun, just... That's weapon shop. Bar. Nothing here. Yeah. Temple has the old guy. But no clothing, yeah. Makes sense. Tatseni did have a clothing store. I want to say. No, this is the naval one. Was it this one I'm thinking of? Yeah, it's not really a clothing store, it's a general store. I guess maybe not. Armor store? Yeah, it's the armor store I'm thinking of because it had the dresses and stuff. Well, I know Stenai has one. Kant did as well. Yeah, I appreciate if you tell me quests aren't time... well... Yeah, the thing... If it doesn't give me, like, a boost to do it now... Because that's, like, soft time sensitive. Then, yeah, I appreciate knowing about it. But if it's like... You still want to have it done as fast as possible, then it's... This is one instant? Okay, then yeah, I don't have to stress about doing it. Thank you. I appreciate telling me stuff like that, then. That is perfect. If it's not like a better boost for doing it now, then yes, I would like to know. Wendy's, I wonder if I might ask you to help me with some of the clothes here. Me? I don't mind, but I have opinions about clothing, I suppose, but very little experience with sewing. I've always tended to use magic for such things. I don't think that magic should be viewed as less authentic than other methods, but I also wanted to speak with you. I wanted to ask you about Simon's lingerie preferences, so that I could create something for both of us. Given the amount of time you've spent together, I'm pretty sure you have some idea by now. Well, yes and no. I'd never doubt that Simon finds me attractive or that he appreciates my choices, but he's very reactive. He so often responds to a partner's desires. I'm sorry, is that criticizing too much? No, you're exactly right. It's a problem with him. Good, I thought that you might have gotten past some of that. It's true that he wants to see an expression of yourself, but we might be able to do something that gets past his reactive tendencies. Just keep me in check so you don't end up wearing something that reflects my preferences. And I look forward to working with you. Yippee! Cool. Then done with the clothing side quest for now. So, we done Ardford, we done Steinford, we done Farrowholm. We did Helvana, we did not do Gasm Falls. I think. Huh? Gotta say, having the orcs all happy and cooperative makes them a much better fuck. You have that sign up, that's fucked up. Have much booze, but not have too much booze. Fucking hell, dude. I hate you. Okay, so that's 10. I want to say. We've done 10 of them. Did I ever clean up the water here? I did, right? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, the water is cleaned. They wouldn't put 2 of them in the same area like this. Let me know when you can find the Valen temples in Gasm Falls. I feel like I kind of should give up on Succubi and Ivala because I got one negative reaction to one choice with the having to do with the church. So now everything is lost because it's not optimal to Jover, so I should never try again. I wonder if there's anything to learn here. I'm already familiar with the clothing of the Chalice states. Forgive me if this is unwanted, but perhaps an outside perspective would be helpful. Oh yeah, you have clothing opinions to share? I merely have a few observations. Then I would welcome them. Fit is extremely important for Serantians, otherwise clothes can be uncomfortable on the fur. Likewise, ease of movement is essential for martial artists. It seems to me that Succubi can naturally wear clothing that would be less comfortable for others. Perhaps it could be adapted to accomplish multiple purposes? Yes, I've noticed that humans and others seem quite artificial in clothing I would expect to be relaxing. Then I would perhaps have a few suggestions for your creations. You want to create something for Simon as well, right? You've seen through me. Are we gonna get a new outfit from this? That'd be sick. I would love a white robe. Because we went green to black. Purple would also be sick. He has some fur himself, so perhaps I could offer suggestions. But I love him to be like fucking Gandalf the White. I guess technically it's more like Saruman, according to what people know publicly. There's no way you're in the Doom King's palace, but like... I think I've already checked the Doom King's palace, actually. Yeah. I love that we got paintings of even other stuff like this. Like, now we have the Doom King paintings up. Janine must have gone busy real fucking fast. Have I been everywhere? No. Like, have I gone Tarankan since the Chosen popped up everywhere? I did invest in Orc Democracy, but that was the last round. I think the very first thing I did this round... But the Chosen weren't here last round, right? Yeah, and you're just talking... Like, I did explore this, but was that before the Chosen? I think it was. I think it was right before the Chosen showed up that I explored Tarankan and Sekan. It's fast anyway if I don't have to talk to people. Now, imagine if they hide it in, like, a corner here. He's just standing down. I would kill someone if they did that. Now, that would make me angry. I'd expect more stuff to change here than has changed. But I imagine that's gonna come later. It's an interesting thing. Kinda wish I did this entire open world segment in one go, but I think that's literally impossible. I think I did the mine as well. Yeah, I think I've already been in everywhere here, right? New Javini, I've been most places. Like, haven't I been everywhere here too? It's like, why do you have a... Huh? Hello, Sister Janelle. I take it that you moved from Ari Hilana? Ah, Sister Karina. Yes, I finally made the leap. Though High Priestess Sarai seems to greatly enjoy her privacy, she allows me to rest here in between other work. Yeah, she's getting it off for sure. Other work? A great many delegates, both from New Javini and neighboring nations, would like to claim some of her time. By attending to those with less important issues, I can take some small burden off her shoulders. Though the succubi are somewhat stranger than those I knew in Ari Hilana. I might be able to give you a word or two of advice there. Thank you very much, Sister Karina. I hope that I'll be able to assist Sarai better now. I like that she put her own picture up. That's sick. And no change in dialogue if I talk to you? No. Because I went to some places here. Like, I know I went in here and invested, but that was also last round, I believe. Doom King statue? Neat. It's just hard to not be paranoid when there's so much shit going on. Because I think you're right. I definitely was in Tayan Khan. And I invested in the monument here. So I think I've been everywhere here. Never mind. I'm looking forward to checking in with Elia. Quiet. It seems we're interrupting something. I have definitely not been back here since the last, big segment then. The simple fact is that Javini needs children, Eliani. You've done much for us as a politician, but as a woman, you wouldn't abandon your duties to our people, would you? I've given my life to building New Javini, but this? We know, you have high standards. Your children shouldn't be sired by just anyone. But on that note, you know who the best of suitors is? If you're so shy, do I need to take matters into my own hands? That smirk kills me. Don't you have other courtships, Etuanun? If Javini is to be reborn, I'll need more than courtships. A more developed breeding program would only be logical. Surely you can't mean that. You've seen what our nation is facing. Unyanan, just what are you doing? This isn't your concern, Iris. If you wanted to improve New Javini's fertility, you could ask us. There are 1,000 other methods. This conversation is pointless. We all know what must be done. I love oppressing women, dude. It's my favorite, Olympic sport. It's so good. I think this guy might be, a little bit better than me, maybe. But, on the power ranking, we gotta level up a little bit. This shit... Oh, it's one of those, sports that's global. You can be anywhere and just always participate. There's always someone doing it. So, it's great for that reason. When you're traveling, you always know that people are willing to participate and be down for it. Really gives you, a shared language to talk about with, the boys. This conversation is pointless. We all know what must be done. It's just a matter of time, Eliani. You know your body wants to be the mother of the nation. Ugh. Ugh. Mother of the nation. Horrible term. Does this sort of thing happen regularly? Until recently, I would say not, but those two, I don't know what's gotten into them. Unyanan is an intelligent, thoughtful man. I do not want to believe this could be his real opinion. It isn't only them. There's so much more talk of the next generation these days. Something isn't right. You notice something, my lord? Just a feeling. Nothing I can identify. It's Tanarak. Makes sense. You may be right. The tower around New Javini is distorted. The effect is so subtle that I didn't notice until now, when you said something. Then someone is causing this? Is it Tanarak? I'm afraid it isn't so simple. He's not omnipotent. He just manipulates, bringing out elements already present. Then, am I being manipulated as well? You can probably resist because you worked so much with Simon. Because you're already under his thrall. Mwahaha. Though the power sources are different, resistance to manipulation is applicable in many circumstances. Then, this can be resolved if you defeat Tanarak? That's not good enough. We need to do something to protect Eliani. She needs to keep doing her political work, though. You mean... Simon could provide assistance? Extremely effective assistance when it comes to sexual manipulation. I see. For now, we begin with something simple. That feels pleasant. I assume it's another layer of protection. It's the best I can do like this. Seeing Etuanun and Unyanan like that, not to mention all the other nobles, I am wary of Giovini politics. I would like to take myself off the board, but I know the political difficulties. We can fuck our way through those. Not now. Not while things are delicate. Aren't they always gonna be until you decide they're not? We all need more time to think about this, Iris. Can you begin making evaluations regarding New Giovini? Of course, my lord. Simon, if there was a way... Okay, we're definitely gonna lock... We're gonna do whatever the segment is here and lock your affection to 100. 100%. Lady Eliani needs your help, but I'm afraid this might not be so shrimple. I think the arguments about Lady Eliani doing her duty for the nation makes sense, but... Okay, let's check the monument. I assume nothing, because I just built it. Because I think we just went and built the monument and didn't check out New Giovini afterwards. Seems the old camps are being remodeled. I did everything in here, right? I've talked to everyone. Alas, we can... Oh yeah, the Giovini pins. Yeah, I spent money on the guild as well, yeah. So I doubt there's anything of value there. I didn't mean to go down there. I meant to go here. If we need to go to the Chalice States, we can teleport. Fair enough, fair enough. Same up here, Taran or Takan, yeah. Want to head back in? Is there... This will never repopulate, right? There's no way. Yeah, there's no universe where this repopulates, right? Yeah, it's empty, good. Well, let's check out the breeding fanatics, fetishists. Can't get enough of Givino Vinay, huh? No, I hate this place, unironically. Despite all the changes, our branch in Ardford is doing great. I know I should like classic teas best. Nothing new under the sun. I don't mind using the same entrance. The humans are usually friendly to us. There's nothing new here. There's gotta be some Tanarak bullshit in here somewhere. Like a fundamentalist or something to talk to. I know they're rebuilding Rosha, but it's really not what I'd hope yet. We're losing some ardent business now that people are more comfortable in New Giovini, but it's mostly balanced by other guests. Okay. Feels as though Giovini has truly been welcomed to the Circle of Nations again. New Giovini has become so much more welcoming to Succubi. I tell all my friends they should at least visit. Oh, nice. 11. Iris, is everything alright? Yes, it's quite alright. I'm enjoying learning more about sewing and clothing. Sometimes you seem to enjoy yourself, but you also seem uncomfortable at times. Well, to tell you the truth, I'm struggling to fully relax. This fetish feels so simple and unproductive compared to my administrative fetish. I've struggled with this for a long time. I felt guilty for every second I wasn't spending working to help my people. It's honestly amazing that you could have an administrative fetish when it's tinged in guilt like this. I feel like that would ruin a fetish for me if I felt super guilty participating in it. I guess actually that might not be true. Is there anything that... No, when you're horny brained, you turn that shit off. Like, that's very much secondary. And people definitely do stuff that they feel like embarrassed about later. So that doesn't track at all. No, this makes sense. I guess I just don't relate, because I don't think I have a fetish to be embarrassed about or guilty about. I wouldn't say you seem to feel guilty about sex. What? Sex doesn't count. Sex is immensely productive, sometimes in a literal sense. Humans require food, but there are still those who take a purely business-like approach to it. I can imagine Succubi doing the same. That's a chilling thought. But I do understand your subtler point. The essence of life itself shouldn't be reduced to necessities. Exactly. Even from the standpoint of efficiency, you need to take time to rejuvenate yourself. Correct. I accept the general truth of that, but I've always struggled with it. I could keep working at optimal levels for a long time without any rejuvenation. How do I know when I'm taking necessary rest time and when I'm being negligent? You don't. I wish I had an answer for you. I'm terrible at this myself. We're a match in bad ways as well. Not entirely. Having all of you has forced me to relax in a way I never could before. For me, that means sex, but for you... Thus, you can assist me with non-sexual relaxation. I can accept that. I'm very glad to be with you, my lord. Please come and try some things on. We need more slutty man lingerie. I could see Simon wearing like 17 belts and nothing else. Like real Guilty Gear coded. Can't believe the Valens decided Succubi were tolerable. This is just going to lead to more people crowding into New Divini. Yeah. Why are you here? Hello, it's always a pleasure to see all of you. God, it's been a long time since I talked to you. Hasn't it been like fucking 50 hours? Where the fuck have you been? Hello, Min. Solidifying your contacts in New Divini? That's right, though I actually have a bit of a problem. If there's anything we can do to help, let us know. No, not that sort of problem. For a long time, I was focused on establishing my trade route through Ardoheim, but that's finishing at the same time it's... Wait, that's finishing at the same time it's becoming easier. What? Does this work as a sentence? Fuck. That's finishing at the same time it's... Okay, I guess so, yeah. Yeah, I see how it's connected. Yeah, for a long time, I was focused on establishing my trading route through Ardoheim, but that's finishing at the same time it's becoming easier. Fair enough, okay. We've certainly smoothed out trade issues between nations, so what's the issue? I'm really not sure how to expand. I expected to find more needs here in New Divini, but there aren't many. It's really funny that like monopolies have to constantly try to expand even though they're monopolies. Especially when they have like a captive market. I work with customers that I would describe as having a like monopolistic captive market where it's very hard to expand further, and they just have to keep trying. They have to keep inventing new bullshit to do to get new markets. The capitalist wheel turns forever, even when they essentially have maxed it out, or they have to monetize their current users better, which is obviously not popular. A healthy economy does mean more competition, yes. So the problem is that I've expanded in all the obvious ways. I need to take a more adventurous step, and I'm just not sure what to do. I know, what if I did something to help you instead? Help us how? We have excess capacity along our route, and many merchants want our reliable caravans. Normally I'd say start a bidding war for that capacity, but I suppose you could also use it to assist nations. I could increase trade in New Divini, or expand to the Shal Estates or Takan. What of Sirantia? It attempts to trade into Ardaheim, but I do not know if the trade efforts reach your route. It would be a little further, but I could do it. Just let me know which nation you think is most important. We will. Thank you, Min. It has to be Sirantia. This feels like a compound investment where it's like okay if you decide to go any of the other three. Maybe Takan because of how much we're investing in the orcs, but I think you've already set up a really strong trade with Takan. Whereas if we invest in the rebuilding of Sirantia with the 2.5 mil and some other investments, I think that'll probably give the best result in this. Would be my guess. I'm very inclined to do that. We'll let you in here on Lady Eliani's command, but further, no. I really expected there to be more here right now, but that means that this is going to be the next story segment, I believe. Because there's nowhere I haven't been now. I guess I could talk to Sarai after I've talked to Eliani. Maybe she has something to say? No. So... We've like prepped Eliani for the next story segment, is what I believe just happened. Makes sense. If you need hints for the Chosen. Yeah, at this point, I feel like I am just gonna walk in, like, in circles, kinda. Trying to find them, so I wouldn't mind, like, knowing hints for them. It's the type of thing that if I was playing alone, I would definitely just look up. As soon as I saw that, like, I saw a bunch of them, I'd be like, okay, where are all of them? Let me go get them. Really, there's no Chosen here? There's 3 in Fairholm? Yeah, I've only found 2 in Fairholm. I thought it was tied to the investment. So it's likely that it could be in... Oh, is it? Check the forest? Yeah, that makes sense. I did check the forest before, but obviously not all the way deep. It's gonna be in the fucking cave. I can't believe they want you to check the cave / the southern forest as well. This game is incredibly sadistic. So I did check the rest of the forest here. There he is, motherfucker. Incredibly, insanely sadistic to put them there. Thank you. So that's 3 done. So we're at, what, like 12? 11 or 12? Have I rested? Yeah, I have. I'm at full health. Do I have any regions left? I don't think so, right? I've been everywhere. Haven't found any in Steinford. Oh yeah, because I haven't been around in Steinford since after the Chosen started wandering around. I checked all of Steinford before, and then I don't think I've done it after. That sounds about right. There's gonna be one in here. It's not in town. Probably in the magic pond or whatever. Or in the mine. He could be in the mine. I would not be surprised. Could be Succubus Tower too, but I feel like they would have just gotten him. I love this song. I'm pretty critical of how they use the songs they have. There he is, yeah. Oh! Oh, a shining sword. All that for a shining sword. Was that the last one? What the fuck was... That's 18? Have I gotten 18 of them? There's no way I've gotten all, like, 18. Was that all of them? Am I free now? There is? Holy shit. You are? Jesus, that's so nice. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. It's so evil they put that in the starting cave. If I was more inclined to, I would start thinking about where all the Chosen were and like what that could have for symbolic meanings. But right now I don't feel like it. Okay, refocus. What do I want to do? I want to do I want to do Wendy's body. Like I don't want to advance this segment without doing Wendy's body. And I can also do... Let me do the Serantia investment then. I've decided to lock in the Serantia one. I think Serantia is going to be significantly more valuable than Fairholm, even though Fairholm... If I was fully in with the church, like more so than I am, I think I might have picked Fairholm, but I feel like this is going to be way more important. Thank you ever so much. Your generosity is unparalleled. I know that the only reward you want is an improved Serantia, but we have some gifts to demonstrate our gratitude. Gifts? Statues taken from the Divine Claw, the finest beds we can manufacture, and all the ornaments of the palace. Serantia would be honored if you ever used them to decorate your own living space. We appreciate the gifts, and even more the spirit behind them. Nice. No more requests of you, I promise. Serantia can never repay all that you've done. Simon, I have a bit of a strange problem. We don't need any more investments from you, but we need something stranger. What is it? We should speak in Clentian, because this is a serious matter that might require your advisors. This one is oddly sensitive, because it's not about Serantia, but about us. I won't deny that you're responsible for a large part of my success. Okay, so we're gonna fuck her now. Perfect. I love that. That's absolutely perfect. I won't deny that you're responsible for a large part of my success, but some say that everything is because of you. But most seriously, some within the new Unionist Party believe that I am nothing but a sexual slave to you. How could they think such a thing? We have tried to be nothing but benevolent. Oddly, the Doom King has a good reputation, but after your identity as Dargai was revealed, many believe you are a sinister manipulator. I suppose that is the crop I've sown. Do you want magical evidence that you're not being influenced? That might be helpful, but it's not essential. Faith in the Divine Claw may have been shaken, but they've tested me. The implication is more insidious, that no female could interact with a powerful male without being entranced by raw sexual charisma. Serantia is just like Andrew Tate's neighborhood, dude. Much as we like to sing the praises of Simon and his cock, it's not like that. What can be done about this accusation? It's awkward, but some NUP insiders would like a demonstration that I'm not under your control. What kind of demonstration? Fucking someone else. A sexual demonstration. Is this accusation so serious that it really needs to be addressed directly? It isn't essential, but given our tenuous control of Serantia. Sex can save the day, but maybe not normal sex, but something indirect? Tell me, have you ever used those wings on a partner? Oh my, I expected some proposal, but not that. So, BU would use her wings to pleasure Simon? Why would this... No, what? All Simon has to do is hold back and she can be in control. That would prove there are no sexual bonds. Really? 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 Okay. It's humiliating to ask, but I think it's essential to handle this accusation. They can't just like... I couldn't just like make you a sex slave and say dom me for content. Oh, what a sentence. Oh, sentences I never thought I'd say. What did I say? I can't just make you a sex slave and tell you to dom me for content. Jesus Christ. And if you agree, I'll try to make the act itself a repayment. How many people would be there? Only a few new Unionist Party insiders. If my rivals see proof, they can spread the word. And I suppose it's worth doing. Are we gonna get a wing job? I'm sorry, I gotta read through that real quick. Did we get a wing job? If so, I gotta bring this up to a furry friend of mine and talk about how we did a wing job. Yeah, we got a wing job. Brother. How does the physics of this even work? I guess it makes sense, but... Okay, fair enough. Things I never thought would be on the bucket list. A wing job, but, you know, that is the world we live in. Well, take a feather duster. I thought more that her wings would be, like, too large to have that precise control over them. But she seems to have perfect control of them. I also want to point out the, like, ear wings. That, to me, is a lot more confusing as well. Thank you. I was worried that you might refuse or it would end up humiliating, but I think this will silence them. Dude, I really like those ear wings. They make no sense at all, but I think that's a really cool Himonomi design. I gotta link that to my furry friend that like judges this shit for me. I gotta ask, have you ever seen wing ears before? There we go, screenshot taken. Thank you, I was worried that you might refuse or would end up humiliating, but I think this will silence them. Are you sure this wasn't just an excuse to touch Simon's cock a lot? He's a good man, but I would never do such a thing. Why not? Simon, do you think that this would have happened in Serantia naturally? You suspect that Tanarak was involved? I'm not sure. I just wonder if it arises from the atmosphere of sexuality that many have fostered. From a magical perspective, I don't think this was an intentional trap set by the Tanarak, but I also think that it's inconceivable that this scenario didn't come about because of his overall manipulations. I hope that you didn't consider this solution unacceptable. No, I approve. This was a gentle way to evade the tension of the problem. Unless BUA wants more now, I would defeat the purpose. Right, then it would be pointless. She wants it bad, I guess. Okay, so we gotta get her at the top of the ladder so that she doesn't have to care anymore, and then it's fine. Then she can indulge. I get it. You need not fear that Serantia will collapse, but I do fear we have much further to go still. Okay. So, I mean, I invested in that. Do I want to invest in the Fucklord cleanup? Let's think. I don't know, do I? Does her dialogue change if I do that? Let me invest. Fucklord cleanup, and then we talk to her. No. I don't know that... What exactly was the Fucklord? All trace of the Fucklord's attacks on Serantia. We have 700k now. Let's think. Well, first of all, let's go New Divini and do the... investment here, or allocation of resources. Okay, I'm glad that I can help you in return. You were a good investment, Min. Thank you, Miguel. I'm glad I have some more business to do in New Divini, because it's very peaceful here. I like this garden. Neat. Okay, so... what investments are left that I haven't thought about? I did Kangan Steel, didn't I? Kangan Steel was the... There's one investment here I haven't done, I'm pretty sure. Thank you so much for eliminating that Incubus King. I hope we've seen the last of them. Nearly so. Based on our calculations, only 1 or 2 remain unaccounted for. Okay. Was there only the temple shop here? I thought there was one more investment. Like, I was pretty sure there was. Or maybe this is the wrong one. Maybe it's the other place, because this is the bar and everything. So it'd be Kyungyan instead. Like, I thought there was one investment here I didn't take. I did the fields, right? I did do that. I guess I did do everything here. We have the investment in our base that wasn't Fairholm. That was a lot cheaper, I believe. That was like 250k or 350k, right? Oh yeah. I'd want to build this for the poor, I think. Actually, do I? The poor seem to be doing fine. Oh, it's Steinford. I want to do it for the succubi. Then I just have 200k, which is an awkward number. But that's fine. We can keep 200k. I'm doing the same mistake I did last time of optimizing it fully. I think keeping 200k and doing it for the succubi makes the most sense, because the succubi aren't treated well in Steinford. I could see an argument for the poor. Wait, Steinford is slum area. We need... Poor or succubi? We've done so much for the succubi. I feel like it might be for the poor. Begin us for Niba. Give us some time. Our Yelana wasn't built in a day. I need to go look at Steinford again. I need to get a vibe check. I specifically want to look at the slums. There's like no succubi in here. Did we... What was the... Maybe I need to talk to Andra to see what... Is it Andra? No, Andra is the sex-crazed one. What's her name? I forget what her name is. But we need to talk to the High Priestess here to remember what our final position was. Can work through this as well. I should be open to that. Okay. Soon they'll be elevating peasants as well. Okay. So we've already got we did get the acceptance of succubi in here. If that's the case, I would want to do the poor. If we didn't get the acceptance of succubi, I think I'd do succubi. But with that said, I feel like elevating the peasants is the next concern. So let's elevate the peasants and keep some money for future investments, so we don't use all of it. Or we could do fucklord cleanup as well. Then we end up with no money, which we've been in before. Okay, so we build it for those. We end up with 100k if we do fucklord cleanup. I think it's fine to let them do the fucklord cleanup. We've invested so much in rebuilding anyway, I think it's fine. I want to keep the money to evade a situation like last time. So, Vala, I've been thinking that your anti-sexual magic is kind of like a kind of sexual magic. I hope this isn't a roundabout way to try to proposition me. Not at all. Succubus is honor. It's not a thing. It's a much sexier type of honor. But really, this is about combat. I don't want to feel like we're working at odds when we're fighting together. I'm open to that. Did you have something in mind? I figured out how to channel other types of magic in a whip. Maybe I can do your anti-sexual magic too. Just, you know, don't get any on me. Well, that seems like it could be an interesting challenge. Nice, pure whip. Seems useful. Is that the only sparkle? Yup. Okay, then all we have left, if we want to do it that way, is creating a body for Wendy's. That's it. I will do one final check, because I want to see what they say here. I think they literally just said, okay, we finished cleaning up the fucklords then. Eradicate all trace of the fucklord's attacks. With a bit of help from your mages, I'm sure we can handle the rest. But he didn't do it. Did he do corruption? He did a ton of corruption, right? No, we're gonna get punished so hard if we... Like, I want to remove the corruption. It feels good to use the money, but it's gonna punish us so hard if we don't have any money. Like, again, I'm gonna... The feels bad in the future. Here's the thing. If I need, like, 500k, and I'm too low now, the feels bad is gonna be so giga much worse. So it's really unwinnable, is what I'm saying. But, you know, you do what you gotta do. Let's give Wendy's her body. I think we've done enough for that. Don't think there's anything else here. Okay. It is time. 95 relation. Review components. One thing we don't need is research. Yeah. Is it actually time? It is. It finally is. Are there any risks involved with the procedure? We've been planning this for a long time. Don't tell me that you picked now to become overly cautious. It was a serious question, especially regarding if all your aspects will be fused in the process. You aren't wrong to be worried. I won't be able to divide myself and will instead need to find balance in unity. I've mentally prepared for this. There's nothing else we can do. If you say so, then I want nothing more than to hold you again. But we can give you anything you need to recover afterwards. Oh, don't worry. Once I have a body, I'll want nothing but domestic bliss for a good while. After that, we can heal the rest of me, but we're allowed to be happy for a little while. And let's begin. This will be a long and delicate procedure, so please prepare yourself, Simon. You need to serve as her anchor and completely cover the sexual magic side. I forgot that you have this transformation, Robin. You look so much cooler in this, I gotta say. I think I understand. I'll hold steady and leave the rest to you. We'll stop at nothing! Let's begin the reforging process. Reborn. Restore a certain someone. Was that the good music? Should I have gotten like a holy light music and I have too few components? I got a bad music? That didn't feel like a positive sting. Beautiful. So tired. Is it done? It should be. We tied off all the spells and the flesh is stable. At long last, I am free to rain terror and destruction down on the world. If by terror and destruction you mean fucking my husband a lot. Goddess, this new body is horny. Well, as it should be, then. I'm not sure we can take you back. I can finally help again. I'll tuck you two in, then take us back. It's wonderful to see you in the flesh, but you made some changes. I look human, but I'm far from it. A few traits, like my eyes and hair, were inextricably bound to the improvements. What's with you and everyone getting grey hair, Simon? Are you causing too much stress? But if you want my old appearance, I have all the magic set up for that. I was more concerned about if there was anything else behind it. You know what I've been through. Part of me wanted to be your wife from before, unchanged, but we both know that isn't true. I really like her dress, the color scheme now. Wendy's, for so long I've embraced the memory of you, but I never wanted you to remain a memory. One of the things I loved about you was how you continued changing, always challenging me. I look forward to seeing how you put all of the old memories to shame. Flatterer, your tongue is silvered in our years apart. Now, you know I've enjoyed guests, but I want this to be about the two of us, so I'm setting up a barrier. Oh, come on! You've got so many new tricks! Consider it something to look forward to. Tricks? Oh my, yes, despite my human appearance, well, it might be easier to just show you. Tentacle sex, yay! Got tentacle sex. Hot abomination. Wendy's joins the harem. Are they still going at it? They have a lot of years to catch up on. First there were lovings, and then fuckings, and then loving fuckings, and lots of happy. I thought Iris was being unnecessarily cautious when she had us plan for Simon to be gone for a while. What I'm admiring is their stamina. I'd have been exhausted a day ago. Those are the benefits of reforged bodies, I guess. What the fuck is that? Tentacles? Wait, take me too! Lamau. There we got tentacle 5-some? 6-some? As much as I want to try everyone else in the harem, I think I've gotten it out of my system for now. Fun as this was, I'll also be far more useful to our cause with my new body. The greatest impact will be in the tower, but I actually think I should be able to provide some immediate mundane help. Check in with me when you want to talk equipment. Of course. Well, that's not what I want to talk first. I want to do the Janine quest. I believe that she can maybe paint your painting now. Or rather, you won't say ... and will actually want it painted. Who's this canvas for? I haven't decided. I wanted to paint some of you fully clothed to improve my skills, but I haven't picked anyone. Robin, would you like to do a portrait together? Based on what theme? Horse outfits, of course. No, truly, I was thinking we could make an elegant pair of mages. We could do that. Well, if you two are open to it, I think it would be a nice learning experience. The waiting is the worst part. Brother, you spent... how many years? Like... 10? 15? As an abomination in the ether? You can wait 30, minutes. It's fine. We should have posed with books. Earlier, were you concerned I was requesting a mother-daughter portrait? It had crossed my mind. Well, I didn't ask for this just to get around that. I really do respect you as a mage, and I've enjoyed working with you. Besides, my instincts aren't exactly very maternal. I may have noticed. But I'm glad to have met you, whatever our relationship is. Yes, I agree. Nice. Okay, Robin was more stacked than I thought she was. Lovely. Thank you, Janine. I can actually do better than that. With some help from Yihilin Picture Magic, I produced alternative versions. Oh, nice. You can pick different forms. Oh, but I thought we looked good as a pair of blondes. I see. I can't fight alongside you, but I'm always interested. They all seem lovely. We'll take the set and decide which one to hang up later. Neat. Hello there, Janine. Would you be willing to do a portrait of me? As you are now? That would be a bit challenging. I understand that you can't exactly ask someone else, but even the painters we've hired, but still. Hey, not just like this. I want to give our husband that nude portrait I've always wanted. Our husband. God, true. This is polygamy for real now. Double marriage. Yes, I suppose so. I find that phrase more comforting than I expected. Well, I do want this for myself. I also feel like it might be helpful. I've been so fragmented, having a concrete and unchanging image of myself in both forms. It's a good thing I waited to speak to you, because I don't think I could accomplish such a feat before now. Wonderful. Just let me know once you're ready. Wendy's, I think I'm ready. Really? Well, let's get started. Don't worry, I'll start off going easy on you. Fuck does that mean? And you want this to be nude? Definitely. Well, I have more experience with that now, so I'll try to make you look elegant. Here we are, let me turn it around for you. That's lovely, and I'm not just complimenting myself there. Glad you like it. I managed to capture your poise, I think. Now, the tricky part. It's like your form is resisting being defined. It's hurting just to look at you. Sorry about that, but it's part of my fundamental nature. Due to your sexual connection to Simon, you should be safe, but that doesn't mean it won't be uncomfortable. You've all fought through so much, I won't be deterred by a little painting. Okay, what are you gonna look like? Please be a beholder face. Like a monster body. Ugh, finally done. Sorry it took such a toll on you. You helped with your silly poses, but I didn't draw any of those. This is good. It's grounding. Thank you for going to so much work, Janine. It's the least I could do. No, it's really not. I wouldn't have wanted some random painter to attempt this. I can feel the love that went into this, just like I can feel your love for Simon. That means a lot to me, Janine. I feel like this game is starting to fail the Bechdel test. Every conversation has to include Simon somewhere, I swear to God. You're welcome. Okay, so are we done with the quest? There ain't any paintings left. I guess there might be more group photos. Let's see. Could very well be another group photo. Now that Wendy's is here. There she is, yup. Oh, Win. Do you want to do a sexy portrait together? Heck yeah, the only question in my mind is whether or not Simon is there too. I figure he wouldn't mind watching, that way he can have a portrait that's also for the two of us. Works for me? Outfits or nude? I don't know, maybe we hide one another with our bodies? You know, I'm always there if you need breast support, but maybe we can try something more intimate. Hands off one another, you two. No! Cute. I really like how that turned out. You look gorgeous, Wendy's, but I don't look young. You're cute in the most fuckable way. Let's go get some privacy and test that. Much less sex-oriented. You did an exquisite job drawing those sheets. Ooh, not many people have proper sheet fetishes. I forget that everything has to be a fetish for the succubi. I wouldn't say that, but if you could give me a few suggestions about painting fabric. Okay, so is there anyone left? Maybe Janine got something new to say, because we did that. She would be up here. No, so this is empty. Only thing to check is the orc, but I think the orc is also done. So I think we've done every painting now. Makes sense, makes sense. Surprised that that didn't trigger like a... I guess maybe there's more in the future. Maybe there's like a... I mean, there's Ginasta and some other stuff, so I would assume there's other party members and shit that's gonna get paintings later. So that does make sense. But it's not finished yet. Is there like a progress thing? Oh, it's done. Help Janine explore her painting. Continue until Janine is satisfied. Nice. What's your cohesion at? Where are we at? You said you could help with equipment? I believe so. I understand that you've reached a point where all the sex in the world can't buy better equipment. Well, I'm quite adept at crafting things from tower materials. I should be able to help. That's wonderful. The downside is that it won't be free. I'll need an excellently crafted material base, then more raw sex to fuel the process. So we need craft masters to forge base equipment for you to upgrade. Actually, they need to craft things according to very specific parameters that would make them better suited to the tower. I've been discussing matters with Miguel and Iris, and I think you actually have everything covered. Really? Premium steel, the Eastern Guild of Armorers, our friend with the armor fetish. That's all the help I need. So any kind of equipment you want, I can make it for you. But the truth is, this is just me warming up. Once I become accustomed to this body, I should be able to craft more unique equipment. Nice. Well, what have you got then? 65 cohesion, nice. That's what we can forge right now. Huh? Sublime Sword. Converts things into smaller things. Sublime Dagger occasionally assassinates something of its own volition. Transcendent Way of Shopping real good. I mean, will these be beat at any point? 500 HP, and that's a lot. Yes, you can masturbate with the charm itself, and you should. Masturbate plus. Extremely sexy if you're into turning transcendent materials into pretty ribbons. Really hard to work this one into any kind of coherent sexual roleplay. Made from... well, better not to think about it. Ooh, transcendent. 100 luck stat is crazy. If you stare into the endless arcs circling the band, you'll realize it's shaped like a ring. Here's a nickname for one of Simon's pieces of equipment. Sublime Shield. Sublime Circlet. These are really good. Well, if we ever feel like the game is difficult and I want better gear, then I would buy them, but I kind of want to save sex. However, what I'll do is we'll do this. That didn't change cohesion. I just had to double check that it's not like you can buff cohesion by spending money. I can't believe sex doesn't give her cohesion. That's fucked up. There's something to say now that you're... no. Where would Wendy's be relevant? Is she relevant anywhere? Like, I'm thinking if there's anything I should go recheck now that we have Wendy's. I don't think so. However, we need to double check our harem. Yeah, Ginasta is the last one for sure. I want to talk to Filial. Yeah, Wendy's is number one. Abomination, but she's hot. Real. So let's think. There's a few things left. Filial is one. or more specifically, the clothes shop here. Which is... here? Question mark? No, this is the... enhancer. Enchanter. I thought there was a clothing shop. I guess it's... there's not. It's this place, but this is not clothing. Oh, there she is! Oh my god, she's hidden behind the throne. I literally didn't see her at first. I'd hoped to learn more about Genele's clothing, but there's no more than a few simple books. Why don't you ask? Sir, I presume you have other merchandise available. I'm interested in delving deeper into your sewing arts. If you want to buy clothing, we'd sell it, but if you want remedial lessons in fashion, you'll need to seek a lesser establishment. Dude. Never seen him do this face without anything to say or do. That's unkind of you. Do you really think so little of succubus' capabilities? Genele's succubi can contain their sexuality in a polished fashion. Random foreigners, less so. I see, if that is the case... those are unkind words for new allies. When the queen shows up, you listen, okay? Queen Filial. The representatives of the Doom King are engaged in important personal business. I trust you'll be accommodating. Of course, at once, Queen Filial. Thank you, Filial. Not a problem. Genelon needs a humbler attitude if it is to prosper in this new age. Ah, so Simon contacted you. I appreciate your assistance. Oh, that's what the dark eyes were, I see. Of course, but as I have no real skills to contribute, I'll take my leave. Are you sure? I'd like to repay your kindness in turn. There's really no trouble at all. I wish I had more administrators as capable as you. I wish you well in pursuing your personal interests, now that you have time. Are there any clothing stores in my mind left? Where does this lead? I knew that you would have something to say. Simon, I want to give you something, but I feel that I have nothing left. I don't want to be another burden on you, Neranda. Not like that. I'm bad at these things. Agnan lusted after my body. I gave you that. To Rolando, I was just a womb. I've given you my womb. I don't know if anyone else has ever really wanted my heart, but that's obviously yours. I don't know if I would have said that was obvious. I'm glad to hear you say that. Really? That wasn't clear? I suppose I am not the most forthcoming about such things. I've been glad to have you with me, Neranda, but I didn't want to lay claim to your heart. This didn't go the direction I'd wanted. Look, you can get grand declarations of love from many women. I would rather say this. You are my ally, forever. I understand what that means to you. Rather than make any statements, I'll attempt to answer with my actions. I've seen you in Eustrin and beyond, I have no doubts. I just wanted to be clear about where we stood. Yippee! Free at last, earn Neranda's loyalty. Though I intend to remain vigilant, it does truly feel as though Eustrin has escaped its time of dire need. Yippee! You're here none the wiser. Only thing I want to check, aside from that then, is we never checked up with busty big-titted lady, which doesn't really narrow it down in this game, unfortunately. Oh! Somehow. I didn't expect to find you here. They won't allow you inside. Pity. What's this? I wanted to try on some dwarven lingerie and get your opinion, but they're quite insistent that the store be female only. Others could join me, of course, but I wanted your opinion in particular. Non-magical clothes likely aren't too expensive. Could we just purchase them? To hell with it. I'll just try them on outside. The dwarves are probably too conservative to stop us. What about this one? It's a nice cut, but I'm not sure the color suits you. You might be right, but fortunately I also got a lovely one in white. You just enjoy looking at me while I get the next one. Iris, I know this might not be the best time to ask, but the scars on your back... They are... what you would guess they are. It doesn't bother me anymore, but there's not much to the story. So, you had wings once, and horns, I believe. So you noticed the scars on my head. Those are quite well hidden. I never had a tail, but I did once have wings and horns. The Incubus Emperor removed both. He wanted a human secretary at the time, but he tended to drive his captive humans insane. I haven't clocked that. That's fucked up. You never once spoke of the loss, and I believe you know that you could, so I wasn't sure. I know that all our magic could likely get them back, yes, but I've come to terms with this body. I don't view this as what he made me. Instead, the scars are signs that I survived him. And you embraced me like this, without hesitation or questioning. You never once thought of me as lesser, so I'd like to keep going forward with you. If you've truly come to terms with it. I have, but now that you brought it up, I wouldn't mind if you massage the scars sometimes. They still have some sensitivity. Of course. Now, what do you think of this one? Very nice. In the end, I won't buy any of them, but I feel like I have some good ideas for what I saw myself. What I sue myself. And I'm glad you asked, my lord. I won't sue something that covers my back. Nice. Cute. Not what I intended by going here, but, you know. I'd have to go and see that eventually. You have an update. Hello, I'm helping out with all the work here. Maybe if we get a handle on things, we can have some fun. Okay, never mind. You don't have an update. Then I'm gonna assume there's nothing new in Ustrin. At this point, I feel like I'm pretty much done with the open world segment. I don't think there's anything left, unless I'm blanking on something. Is there anything... I guess I'll check the Aramite Fort, because we didn't go there since we... Well, nothing could have changed there. There's no way something changed, right? That would be evil. What would even trigger it? Because the only thing that I've done is the, like, dialogue. I'm basically just checking notable characters. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ain't nothing. Okay, I think I'm done with the open world segment then. You can tell me if I'm wrong, Gelmelas, but I don't think there's anything left. Or at least not anything that's, like, signposted. Region, done. Can't go here. Can't go there. Maybe talk to Wendy's now that she has a new form. Nope. Simon, I feel like I'm more in touch with my suing fetish now. I have wonderful plans to build from it, but they'll require more resources. As everything does, what did you have in mind? I intend to make an entire shop manufacturing clothes. Miss some things, but they aren't too important. But I don't want to miss things. Is the thing. If it's in the open world segment and it's new, I want to go do them. That's just a matter of time. What I want them to do is craft something for the combatants in the harem. You can just tell me where things are, and I can go there. What I want them to do is craft something for the combatants in the harem. We'll need a tower material. Unfortunately, I think the true gold we have should be sufficient. Whether or not that's a good way to use it, I leave it in your capable hands. But there's something more challenging. We need a renewable source of material. Not based on the tower, but not mundane. You can't get some of them already? Fair enough. Well, I'm talking about if there's something I, you know, could go and do now. Not... Obviously, like, my decisions have locked me into stuff, I assume, so... That's fine. That doesn't bother me too much. It's more if there's, like, things that are missable that I can go and do before I move on to the next segment. Magical material, then. But you know our trade manifests well, so not something that can simply be purchased. Yes, it would be something rare. What would be ideal is a source of silk, durable and magically enhanced. Perhaps something from your earlier travels before you met me. I can't think of anything I've seen that would work. In any case, we now have 3 objectives to fulfill my fetish. More stores, a tower material, and magical silk. Don't I have the magical silk? The true gold we have should be sufficient. We need some... Okay, we need the magical silk. Okay, more stores, more silk. But yeah, I know I'm locked myself out of stuff. That's fine. I was thinking if there's actually something new to do. Magical Silk, that's Robin, right? I should just talk to Robin, because... That's in Yihilin, though. Yeah, it's... No. No, it's in Steinfort. Huh? We do much work. Make farm for poor. We're going to help the farm, we can do it administratively. Administratively. Hard word. Just gonna check the spider house and see if there's magical silk there. I could have sworn there's some magical silk in Ardford as well for some reason. I don't know why my brain says it's in Ardford, but I think it is. It's a perfect source of silk for Iris. I think we have to try. Just to check, Robin, do you think the spiders could potentially be used in that way? Dangerous as they are, there's no comparing our tower magic now to what we knew then. Still, brace yourselves just in case. Comdot does not hear as many scritchings as last time. Ah, I see what we're dealing with. Not a lot is the answer. That wasn't so bad as last time, even if it brought back some bad memories. Unfortunately, if we want to tame them instead of kill them, the mages who aren't fighting will need to use spells that will enhance their essence. I have a feeling I know what that means. Yes, you'll need to fight a group that's much more potent than these. I don't suppose we could just take some of the webbing? We'd like a permanent source for Iris. Let's just advance carefully. God fucking damn it. Lock in. At least they're not that bad. We did it! Comdump hopes no more spider seas. Never fear, we have them under control. It may take a little time to domesticate them, but we can acquire enough silk for Iris. Well, if she's happy, it's worth it. That's it? One fight? Okay, I'm happy if it's just one fight. I thought it was going to be way more than that. But obviously, now that I have access to the house, I gotta go in here and check for hidden swords. An adventure could have gone lost in here. Happens everywhere else, so could happen here too. Okay, so we got the silk. It's just shops then. I went in here. I did. I wonder if I can visit every shop and finish Iris's thing here. It would be... The only thing I can think of left is like... Is the slum shop here in Argilana. Which I don't think I visited with her. Did I? Maybe I didn't check. I thought it was in here. Isn't this a clothing shop? No, it's magic. Yeah, I think we're done. I say, but like, I've been made paranoid because you said there's more stuff to do. So I will just keep wandering until I really get like a sense that there's nothing. I still don't know how I got a relationship with two beautiful women. I feel like I need to do my best at all times so as not to jinx it. At least you're caring for them properly. Where the fuck is the clothing shop here? There's a clothing shop in Yihilin. I know for a fact. Where is it? It's not here. Is it the store I just went in? It's not merchant quarter. It's just the one. It's just the one in the square where they weren't. So yeah. Okay. Where's Aram Desert? That's here. Okay. Ramasta is here. There was no clothing store here. There was the bar, which I'm interested in seeing if you have to talk about. It looks like this place might close for a while, but I'm glad they turned it around. They say the most recent grape harvest failed. We have good wines for now, but what about our children? Damn it, I traveled north a little while, then everything in Eustern has just changed? Yup. So we did fuck them over economically, so... Maybe we gotta see if there's any consequences to that. Hello! Hey, didn't expect to see you on Arkland. Comdom thinks she looks pretty without the ears. It's a real relief to wear normal dresses and just be myself again, and here no one looks twice at me. Is this visitings or sleepings? I think I'll be staying. Erosha had too many negative memories, and the others gave me enough money to start a new life. You were taken from a younger sister, right? Is she... Don't worry, she's fine. After reunited, she was happy to join me here. That's great! Some people here are mean, but you are nice. Guess there's more of those party members too. There's the mage guild here as well, which I'm curious if they have something to say. Okay, mage guild. Mage was a stretched fin. Okay, so you don't let me get in there. Makes sense. Okay, so there's nothing left here. Well, I'm inclined to call it. I feel like it's perfect to do to start the new content next stream. I don't really feel like I want to do it right now. What? It's RPG Maker? Hello, Moksha. Have you I've seen you around before. Have you not joined any of these streams? That's surprising to me, because you were around a bunch during the when I played a bunch of Melee, I remember. It's been a really long time, but I recall you. Look at the playtime on this save. We've streamed 134 hours of this game. We are in the end game of this game. This is a porn game. Welcome. This is a porn RPG game that is like 150 hours long on a regular playthrough, and we're in the killing god part of the JRPG. Like, fucking... What's the word? Arc of the game. We're betting gods now. Goddess of Earth. But yeah, this game's sick. I'm happy to have you around, but it's really funny you joined now, given that I was just gonna end the stream. We've done an open world segment with a bunch of investments and shit, and I am right about to start a new story segment, which I feel I would rather do tomorrow instead of cutting short. Actually, it might be nice to have a hook in it tomorrow. So I don't mind actually doing a hook, see where it leads us. I'm curious what it's gonna do. So I'm down to do a new story segment and then prep it for next time. So let's do that. Well, again, Milas, it's not my fault this was a fucking massive open world segment. You're saying this like it's my fault the game decided to throw a billion things in it. Now I'm like, okay, okay, let me put it this way. Is there anything you think is important that I've missed? Like that will have long consequences because I haven't done it. Because that's like the the main thing that's stopping me from just being done with it. No, it's fine? Okay, cool. Then let's move on. Let's hook the next segment, so we force people to watch the VOD. So, what did Simon ask? What's going on now? Thanks to all our new research, our understanding of the divine components of the tower has vastly increased. Tertia has not been exactly forthcoming, but simply being able to study her has been immensely helpful. Ooh, could that unlock sexy new research? Perhaps in time, but not just yet. I asked them to use the tower to track down fragments of divine shards that remain unaccounted for. We've established a connection, but I'm not sure what exactly we'll be getting into. Wendy's? I'm afraid I can't tell you very much. As you've seen, some areas of the tower are extremely twisted, resistant to discovery. But we're taking another trip, no doubt fighting hostile entities all the way. No doubt we'll require everyone's assistance. The tower feels a bit strange lately. I'll keep watch while you make your way so deep. Alright, everyone, we have a stable link. After that, we'll need your strength. You have it, let us go. It's gonna be a combat segment. Change of plans. What happened? Is this some sort of fake tower, Yihilin? No, this feels real. Something went wrong. How disturbing. I need to think. Explain as best as you can. Why did we port here? When we began to enter the tower, the energies proved extremely dangerous. We've grown accustomed to treating it lightly, but this was quite a surge in the fabric of magical reality, I suppose. Before it could make contact, I diverted the spell to normal teleportation, to Yihilin, because that was the convenient route. That was well done, but now... Was it because of where we were going, or did somebody set a trap specifically for us? All the sparklies are confusing again, and Cumdom's head is full of fussiness. This is global, or should I say universal. So who's responsible? Most likely Tanarak. Okay, what's he gonna do now? I couldn't prove it like a magical theorem, but feeling the disturbance, I'm fairly certain. So, do we need to fight back? Was this to stop us or because of something else? I would assume that it might be both. That's a safe bet. For now, I think we should be supremely cautious, in case there are traps we cannot see. The only certain area of the tower for us is the one that's in our base defenses. Let's head there. Everyone, stay here for the time being. We'll need some time to figure out the new normal. So, no fighting our way through? And probably no fucking our way through either. Just hold position and relax. We'll still be facing unknown threats after this. I'll examine the region and see if my intuition can come up with anything. Okay, so what the fuck is going on? What did he do? He warped us elsewhere. I'll be on high alert until we fully understand the current environment, but I don't know how much I can help without revealing myself. Penetrating the disturbances seems relatively easy, but the question is if that will open up any weaknesses for Tanarak. So... What did he do? Did he, like, morph? I mean, he's been fucking up people's vibes for a while. But... Is it just gonna be chaos everywhere now? Simon, I know I'm not supposed to be here, but I wanted to help if I could. Be able to do anything? I couldn't do anything about the tower stuff, that's way beyond me. But I've been practicing, and my sense of smell has adapted to this place. So I need to warn you, there's something out there, strong, but lurking at a distance. I might be able to sense it now, but is it a concern? I don't know, but maybe you'd better tell Robin and Riala. Why are you here? Good nose, you're an odd mammal. Sabitha, I'm glad to see you again. Heya, but what were you doing lurking out there? I am not sure what the proper greeting was. Mammal behavior is irritating. But then you noticed me, so I decided to act before you wasted energy or caused any trouble. It took effort to get here. Yes, I can imagine the trouble in the tower is even worse for you. Is that why you're here? I am here for multiple reasons. The disturbance is actually shallow, designed to bother those from your world who attempt to pass through. That alone is valuable information. Anything else? The one called Tanarak is responsible for this. I believe this disturbance is to be a cover for something else. Once I would have drifted lower and ignored such mammal concerns, but... This is all very irritating. Just let me speak to the magic-using mammals. Of course, we can speak later if you prefer. Yes, we should speak. And Dari, good work. Every moment could count. Thanks! Surprised she's back? What's our conclusion? Can and should we act? We definitely can. Sabbath has confirmed our suspicions. We've been too cautious about Tanorak's manipulations. What he's done is a surface-level disruption. The possibility of him gaining information based on who breaks it is a greater concern than any actual threat to us. So the question is why he's done this, especially if it will be temporary. Any ideas? He's not disturbing the depth. It must be some mammal concern. Sabbath's information is helpful, but we still can't be sure. It seems certain that he's not interfering on Arkland. But beyond that, we simply don't have enough information. And then we should go talk to Ulrissa. Can we do that covertly? An excellent idea. A short trip to her domain would be safe, and she can assist us with the next step. I will come with you. Then we have our plan. Let's go. Immediately. This place... something isn't quite right. Her part of the tower is free of direct disturbances, but entities have been pushed toward it. We can help with this, right? Fight our way through? Right. We just need to find Ulrissa. Fragment of Chaos. It's unresponsive. Okay. Well, fair enough. So, Tanorak has done some bullshit. We'll figure it out next stream. I'm down to just let it rest there. Get into the combat section next time. Interesting. Oh, definitely the slowest section of the game. The free open world streams, but it was so big that like it was unavoidable. Hopefully we don't like. Hopefully we don't get another massive one like that in a long time or ever. I don't mind them solo, but for stream it's really bad because they're so meandering. With that said, I'm going to call it here and go probably play some Melee, do something else, we'll see. It's been a while since I played Melee, but I've been itching it. Harem size 24. We've got big money. You should look up this game, by the way, Moksha. It's on Steam. Obviously, you came at a completely incomprehensible moment, because 140 hours in, or 135 hours in, the quests aren't going to be simple, right? But, I mean, the first quest you get in this game is reevaluate life, and then afterwards, things kind of just get realer. Escape cycle, consider alternatives, gain economic power, develop a real plan. This game is really, really good. It surprised me. That's why I wanted to stream it. But it's on Steam, called The Last Sovereign. Has like overwhelmingly positive reviews. So, big recommend if you like RPG Maker games. And well-written RPGs in general. That said, I should change the party for next stream. We want... who was it that got... It was Yara who got the whip. I wanna try the whip. Pure whip. So we do Yara and Bala. And then Nuker. Probably... Altina, yeah. Seems like a fairly verbose game with lots of lore. Yes. It is a epic RPG in every sense of the word. Let me go to the Steam page, actually. Explore a world torn between armies of lust and purity, in which everything is more complex than it seems, deciding the fate of nations through might, politics, and finance. Every decision matters in an intricate saga of that tracks thousands of variables. True, it's like the biggest RPG I've ever seen. This image here really sells it. Thoughtful exchanges of ideas, discussion of moral imperatives, nuanced interpersonal understanding, and then tit fucking... Basically the vibe. But yeah, it's a long game. It's a bit longer because I'm streaming it. I think it'd be like about this 130 hours or something if I was playing this by myself. Good stuff. Big wreck. Anyway, I'll end the stream here, upload the VOD, be back tomorrow with the with a longer stream, a proper stream of the next section, now that we're out of the open world part. And I'll call it here. So, Goodbye, nerds. Have a good one. Bye bye.